Hey, how's it? This is the foundation continuing my top 10 favorite Cowboys players of all time. So, my number 7 favorite Cowboy of all time, quarterback, Troy Aikman. So, Troy Aikman, one of the most mentally toughest, just physically tough and, accurate quarterbacks of all, of Cowboys of all time, quarterbacks of all time, having him drafted 1989, going through that, this is where I'm talking about his the mental toughness. Going through the 1989 season, trading away Herschel Walker, going through a real rebuilding, team and all that, and being drafted by the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, internet is, social media. That was probably the one thing that Troy Aikman should have, that was thankful is that he could dodge. But Troy Aikman, because imagine some of the fans nowadays who won in 15 first overall pick, he sucks. And then some fans will be like, some of the fans would have been like, yeah, he does suck. Then other fans will, the more, the more mentally tough fans will be like, shut up, it's the first season. We rebuilding, I don't care, whatever, shut up, kind of like that. And, going through that, going through that stages that he had to go through. I mean, if you think about the NFC as a whole, the NFC was running roughshod over the AFC. I mean, we was winning almost virtually every Super Bowl at that time, and the NFC East was the true beast of the NFL. Like when the San Francisco 49ers was on top, right after that, the New York Giants won the Super Bowl. The Washington Redskins won the Super Bowl, even though Eagles wasn't winning, didn't win anything. They were still highly competitive, and Buddy Ryan's hatred for the Cowboys, the the Bounty Bowl, and all that, and that game when you got players like Lawrence Taylor, Charles Mann, Reggie White, Clyde Simmons, and all those guys, Jerome Brown, Carl Back, all those guys, that he had to face up against. Not this happened, and that's another thing too, like the rules back then too. So he was getting a snot beat out of him, and then he had to like it, So he had to survive all that, and like, but then like I said, going through those years, and being at one time, 1989, being more worse than the Cardinals was bad. But like in 1992, like you've heard me tell this story a million times already. After going through Hurricane Nikki, missing some of the games, and then seeing that, but to get to see Troy Aikman play in that playoff run, man, that is one of the best playoff runs. Not throwing an interception, throwing those touchdowns. Um, even that Super Bowl, that especially the Super Bowl performance. Getting throwing those 4 touchdowns, but the Michael Irvin one is a Michael Irvin thing more, but the three other Super Bowl, touchdowns was to me was just like all Aikman being so accurate with the ball, the timing and everything like that. So what a great performance. And then for him to go through the drama the following year, like this is where the criticism, the over the criticism of the Cowboys, Emmitt Smith was holding out, and then you know the newspaper reporter goes, so what do you think about with Emmett? Well, he was, and I'm pretty sure he was just like, well, of course we miss him. We want him on the team, but we gotta perform. And he was like, oh, can you guys win? He was like, yeah, I believe we can win. I mean, what do you expect him to say? And all that. So like he had to go through that, and then going through the drama with the Jerry Jones, and not this Troy Aikman but the whole team, but going through the drama between Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson, and then Barry, and then going through it, what which was a very rocky relationship with Barry Switzer and all that, and then like him taking over as basically be trying to be like Jimmy Johnson, like like trying to get these guys to stay motivated and all that, and he went through all that, And like and then that's the thing too. We won the 3 out of 4 Super Bowls. I mean, name a quarterback that probably could have gone through that. You can't, you can't name a quarterback that could have gone through all that. A coaching change, a head coaching change because that the owner and the coach couldn't get along. The and another coach that you absolutely couldn't get along with. And then going through the bad drafts, going through the bad contracts and everything like that. But still yet winning the 3 out of 4 Super Bowls, man. And then that's another thing too is like, like people tell, oh, he doesn't have the stats. Well, we was, even though they said balanced offense, we was a run first team offense. But getting with North Turner, they ran the most simplest routes, and that was Troy Aikman's true talent, being that deadly accurate. They ran the simple routes. They did it what they needed to do, and he needed to be accurate. He had to be accurate to those, you know, to make those plays and everything like that. But imagine if because he had to get hit by Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White, and so forth. Imagine in him with today's rules, with his deadly accuracy, he could easily do all those stats. But you know what? They can keep those stats. I love that Troy Aikman won us 3 Super Bowls and all that. So hey, he probably could have. Who knows? We probably could have won another one with the rules if it would have been different and all that. But hey, it is what it is. Um, and then his final year, to me it was more worse than his '89 season because that was this horrible draft, horrible trades, horrible contracts, horrible signings. Everything was just going wrong with the Cowboys and everything. So it made me sad that people was booing him and all that. Even though I was like, we gotta draft a quarterback. But even though it's sad to say that, but we needed to have that be done, and but it was sad that fans was booing him and all that. But you know what though? He's my favorite Cowboy quarterback of all time. So, all right. Mahalo for watching. Paniolo boys, and like always, go Cowboys.